Your Honor, I cited earlier the case of Thompson v. Keohane, though I did not make, which stated that what matters is whether or not a reasonable person would feel comfortable given the circumstances of an interrogation and would feel free to leave at any time. Let's investigate these circumstances more closely. Yes, it is at night, or it is indeed at night that the officers do approach Miss Vega and begin the interrogation. And however, they only act out of kindness towards her. They do not show any hostility whatsoever. In fact, when she shows any sign of discomfort, when she indicates that she is cold, they suggest the only option available to them to remediate that situation and offer to have her sit in the car. Miss Vega kindly accepts this offer. The defense has noted that they could have allowed Miss Vega to go get her keys. However, she already mentioned that she had lost her keys. It's not a matter of simply going to get them and retrieving them. It's a matter of finding them. So asking to leave would be the same as asking to go find her keys would be the same as asking to leave, which, according to the defense, she did not feel free to do. Having accepted this offer, the officers oddly attempted to make her feel at ease by participating in small talk. When they realized that having the door open with the heater on is kind of pointless, since the heat can just diffuse out the door anyway, they closed the door in efforts to make her feel more comfortable, and Officer Wright enters the car.
But, I mean, really, how long was the interview inside the car?
The interview inside the car lasted half an hour.
Okay, and then in totality, we're talking about an hour and some odd minutes.
Actually, it was less than an hour. It went from 11:25 to 12:15.
All right, fair enough. But I'm not concerned with the time outside the car, and I don't think defense is either. We're talking about the time inside the car, which is about half an hour. Now, this is a half an hour, and as defense pointed out, really is longer than any other interview in this case, right?
Yes, although there have been other cases that have interviews went on for 2 hours and were still found to be not custodial.
Okay, but in this case, don't you think it's kind of somewhat odd that they keep grilling Ms. Vega for half an hour, which is longer than any other witnesses interviewed, and then not even re-interviewing Ms. DeLuca?
Again, the reason they interviewed Ms. DeLuca again was because Ms. Vega had already confessed.
Well, wasn't this confession pretty much coerced at that point?
No, it was not coerced.
Okay. Well, she's in the back of the patrol car.
Because she was cold.
And she was told that she was really directly the #1 suspect in the investigation. Which
again could have, in a sense, almost been more of a formality.
I don't understand what you mean by it was more of a formality. Do they go around and tell every single witness? I don't think that you're really the main suspect in this case, and I think you're my #2 suspect. And I think that you may or may not be a suspect, so I'm going to call you a person of interest. I mean, is that what you're saying, that it's a formality that they label people?
What I mean in a sense is that there is perhaps a slight possibility of guilt that the police perceive, and that perhaps if they behave in an odd manner, for instance, if they try to flee town in order to avoid further investigation after they leave, that would make them look more suspicious.
Right.
But really, at this point, they're pretty much cleared if they don't.
Did Ms. Vega say anything to lead them to believe that she was acting in an odd manner?
No, they did not. Again, that's why it's more a formality than any sort of accusation.
All right, continue.
So after being placed in the police car, they do continue questioning, and when they, again, ask mildly, or suggest mildly that she may have been, or that there is a slight possibility that she had gone to commit it, she immediately confessed. The defense has said that this investigation was improper. However, the people ask the defense has failed to offer any suggestions as to make this investigation more proper.
You mean such as, hey, you can leave at any time should you want?
Well, they have actually really suggested a fully proper way to do this. Even with this, they still have complaints. How
about that door locks automatically, and if you ever want it unlocked, just let me know. I'll open it for you.
First, again, the locked door is not relevant as long as she does not know, and there were apparent means of leaving according to agreement.
Right, but what I'm saying is that they're making more of a comfortable environment for her, though, by saying that, right?
Yes, and the only reason they didn't say this was because they saw no need. They already felt that the environment was comfortable. They did not see any coercive...
Is that in evidence?
All the evidence in this case points that conclusion. However, that statement itself is not evidence.
Continue.
The point is, Your Honor, that there is nothing improper about this investigation. It's for this reason that the people ask that you deny the defense request.